at the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas, here's our host, Allison Hannigan!
You may recognize some of the acts on tonight's show. That's because all of them have tried to fool Penn and Teller before, but they couldn't quite pull it off. Will they succeed this time, or are they just gluttons for magical punishment? To find out, we need to bring out our two guys you might also recognize from previous shows, Penn and Teller! If a magician fools Penn and Teller, they get to perform in their Las Vegas Magic Spectacular. Let's meet our first potential fooler of the night.
So I grew up overseas in an Air Force family. That's when my love of magic started, but I didn't have any access to magic shops or magic clubs. So I would look around for anything I had around me, toy boxes, duct tape. I would just cut them open and just create what I thought magic was. Last time I was on Fool Us, it was an incredible experience.
Man, a wonderful trip.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I didn't actually fool them, but my life has changed tremendously. I started to create magic for Justin Willman and David Blaine. Now, I still create the same way I did when I was a kid. I like to write and sketch my ideas down on a notebook, and I have tons of notebooks filled with ideas. So I've been working on this routine since 2015, and no one's seen it, and I believe this is perfectly designed to fool Penn and Teller. This is not a card trick. Now see, it's empty. Just a box. Now, if this was a card trick, I guess we would all have to imagine that right now, this box is slowly filling up with cards. But this is not a card trick. It's not a card trick. This is just something we imagine. Plus, if this was a card trick, I would need someone to pick a card. Allison, would you mind helping me out?
Sure.
Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Great. Now, Allison, would you do me the honors of just touching any one of these cards?
Sure.
The Ace of Diamonds?
Yeah.
Here, would you do me a favor and write your name really big across the face, all right?
Sure.
Now, the reason why magicians have people sign cards is to make that card unique. But that's not why I had her sign a card, because this is not a card trick. You good?
Yeah.
Awesome, you can come over here.
Good.
Come over here.
Do you want?
No, you're good, good. With your left hand, could you hold into the box?
Yes.
Perfect. I will take your card. Let's go ahead and mix it up a little bit. Now, Allison, if this was a card trick, and it's not, then I know two ways to find your card. The first way, without even looking. Let's see. Perfect, perfect. I'll take it out. And we'll try this one more time. This time I want you to turn your card face down.
Face
Perfect. And I want you to put it somewhere here, anywhere you want to.
Okay.
Oh, there. Right there. Here. Let's give everybody one last look. Perfect. Now, Allison, I've done enough card tricks to be able to estimate about where that is. I think, yeah, it's about, yeah, cool. Which is the second way to find your card, estimation. Allison, here, hold on to the deck.
Yeah.
Squeeze tightly, squeeze tightly. I'm gonna try to find your card. Let's see, right about there. Squeeze tightly, don't let go, squeeze, squeeze. Oh. I'll take that, I'll take that. Now, Allison, I'll tell you what all this is about. This was not about a card trick, because this is not a card trick. This whole thing was my way to get your autograph. Yes! Which means nothing else was real. See? Told you it wasn't a card trick. It's an illusion. Thank you very much. My name is Marcus Eddy.
Wow, Marcus Eddy! was really fun.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm glad it wasn't a card trick.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do that here, no.
No.
Card tricks.
Did you create this?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I create all my own illusions.
How long did it take you to come up with?
I've been working on this for actually 3 years. So about 2015 is when this idea started, and I've been tweaking it since then.
Do you create for other magicians as well?
Yes. So my primary, career would be creating for magic companies, TV, film, and other magicians around the world. So.
How? And you don't sort of feel like, well, this is my baby, and now I'm giving it to other magicians?
No, not really, because really I create my own magic for myself, and I create to other people's voice. So everybody has their own style, and first I learn your style, and then I can create magic to you to suit you perfectly.
All right, it's time to see if Penn and Teller figured your trick out.
Uh-oh.
Penn Teller.
You created this.
Yes, the whole thing, yes.
That answers the big mystery, because that's why we didn't recognize it from anything. That you created that. And you kept saying over and over again it wasn't a card trick, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And the second half kind of was a card trick. He kind of had a deck, and he kind of put it in, and we kind of saw that, and there were a few moves that we kind of recognized a little bit, and there's stuff that we've seen. That was kind of a card trick, you know? So we kind of figured out the card trick. But the beginning of the trick, that wasn't a card trick. That was an appearance. That had nothing to do with cards at all. That was an appearance. That was something that was empty, then there was something there. So I got to tell you, your card trick did not even slightly fool us. But that part that wasn't a card trick, that did fool us. Bad. Really bad. That was an appearance. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
That was a righteous one.
Penn and Teller just got served. Do we have another fooler on tap? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Fool Us. Last time this performer was here, he made Teller cry. I wonder what it'll make Teller do this time.
I was on season 4 of Fool Us. I was 19, and it was my first time being on TV.
The whole emotion of the routine was really, really beautiful.
I made Teller tear up, and for me, that made me tear up too. After Fool Us, I used social media to share my magic. So I've had a couple videos go viral, which is pretty shocking to me. When I wake up the next day and I see like, wow, I broke 100,000, and then the next day it was at 1 million, and then at the same week it went to 4 million. The routine I've been developing for this season of Fool Us is very personal to who I am. I don't think this routine will make Teller cry, but he'll definitely find meaning in it.
Growing up as an Asian American, there's only a couple options for kids like me to learn our native tongue. We can either learn from our parents or go to weekend morning Chinese school. My parents made me do both, which I'm honestly grateful for, but it took a couple years to really get the hang of it. Learning Chinese is hard, specifically Mandarin. To speak fluently, you need to know about 3,000 characters in the Chinese alphabet. I learned magic the same way and for the same reason I learned Chinese. To be able to connect with anyone, from anywhere, regardless of background. So, I came up with a way to use magic to speed learn Chinese. And I thought I'd test that out here today on Allison. So Allison, please come join me. Let's give it up for her. Good to see you again, Allison. Allison,
Yes.
你会说中文吗?
Sure. I don't know.
I mean,
I wish.
I just wanted to prove to everyone you didn't really understand that, right?
I had no idea.
Not really. But that's why I'm here,
Oh,
so I
good.
can teach you.
Thank you.
All right. It's only gonna take a couple steps for you to learn. Sound good?
Sure.
Perfect. So step number 1 is repeat after me, okay?
Okay.
我会.
Well, hey.
That's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. You basically just said, I can do this in Chinese.
Awesome.
And that's the first step to doing anything, believing that you can. All right, step number 2, Allison. I'm gonna transfer the contents of this Chinese-English dictionary into your brain.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
While you sip
That's so cool.
on some boba milk tea. Oh yeah! You can take a hold of this, Allison.
You're my favorite guest ever.
I know what some of you are thinking, all right? Don't worry. I have a reusable straw. Allison, you can place that inside.
Thank you.
Go for it. Oh, there we go. You're natural.
Yeah.
You can face forward. You can start sipping.
Really?
And just relax your mind.
Boba. The straw's not big enough.
Done. If that worked, you have now magically learned Chinese.
Oh, and I will be forever grateful.
So, to test you, I have some flashcards, like the flashcards I used as a kid to practice my Chinese. Allison, if you wouldn't mind looking that way for just a bit, you can enjoy your boba.
Thanks.
I want to show everyone that we have the Chinese characters on one side, and on the other side, we have the English translation. All right, Allison, you can turn back around. We'll try out the first one. And be honest, do you know what this says, yes or no?
No.
Sorry?
No. No.
You're exactly right. That is the Chinese character for no.
Awesome.
You're 1 for 1.
Hey.
Let's keep going.
This is great.
How about this one? Give this one a shot. Maybe you can make this an image in your head. That might be easier to understand.
Forest.
It worked. Awesome. That is forest in Chinese. Maybe that was too easy. You know, some Chinese characters originated as the drawings of the things they represent. So the Chinese character for forest actually do look like trees.
Yeah.
So let's make this harder for you.
Okay.
No. This one's good. All right. This one doesn't just look like what it is. Allison, I don't think you're gonna get this one. Give this one a shot, though.
Chicken.
You got this one, too. That is chicken in Chinese. You've been doing a pretty good job so far.
Well, you gave me boba.
That's true.
You know.
So how about we turn this up a notch with a phrase, okay? And I don't want to give you any hints, but Allison, this might mean something to you.
Fool us?
Everyone is shook right now, myself included. I think you're ready for a full sentence, don't you?
Let's try.
Come on, don't you all think so? Yeah. Maybe not this one. I have it. We'll go with this one. For the final time, Allison, what does it say?
It says, Kevin, you are so handsome.
Allison, I'm flattered, but you are 100% correct. And that is magic. Let's give it up for Allison again.
Kevin Lee! Well, you're adorable. I wish you could teach me every language.
I'm curious, actually. Do you know any other Chinese words?
No.
How about I teach you one right now?
Okay.
A very simple one. We can say, 我爱你.
我爱你.
You basically just said I love you, and I love you too, Allison.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So what goals did you have coming back here again?
For this routine specifically, it's very personal to who I am. I really wanted to incorporate my background and my culture.
Are your grandparents are in the audience?
My grandma is here, somewhere in the audience with my mom and dad.
Maybe back there.
Yeah, there you go. They're back there. Hi, Grandma.
Yay. Oh, I'm sure you made them proud.
I hope so, yeah.
Yes. All right, I wonder if the boys know how you taught me Chinese.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's find out. Boys?
So, is that true? Is that how you learned Chinese? You really did learn it?
I did learn Chinese using flashcards. It's just repetition.
Yeah, I know. I had to learn like 3 lines of Chinese for a TV show I did. I believe that that's an impossible thing to do. So congratulations on that. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Learning Chinese. Now you actually started a rift between us. We both loved your act.
Yeah.
We had very, very different ideas on how you did it. Teller was going with optical principle. He was going with high tech. I didn't think so. I thought it was your hands. I was obsessed with your hands, holding the cards in your hands. I thought you put it behind your back now. Too late, I already looked at them. I thought you were palming another card, that you were holding the other card to her and palming it in your hands. We fought back and forth, and we can't have two bites at this apple. So we're throwing out Teller's optical thing, and we're going, did you have another card palmed in your hand? Was it sleight of hand with the palmed card there that you were showing to Allison? Because if your answer is no, you fooled us. So think about this answer.
There's nothing on my hands and nothing in my sleeves.
You didn't palm anything?
I
Okay.
did no palming.
So how do you say in Chinese, you fooled us? How do you say that? You didn't have something, nothing palmed off there, huh? Nothing there?
You didn't fool him last time, but you fooled him this time. Kevin Lee!
Thank you guys.
We have 2 foolers so far tonight, but that's not enough for me. I need more fooling. Let's see if I get what I want when we come back. This next magician didn't fool Penn Teller last time he was on the show, but now he's back and he's brought backup. Take a look.
How about the linking squares? I've created magic for everyone, from David Copperfield to Kanye West, and I've been on Fool Us before. They're linked. This time, my secret weapon is my partner, Yana. We met when I was creating magic in the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp, and she was just visiting the set.
I'd never done magic before. I'd never seen magic. Blake was running around showing people magic tricks.
Her thinking blew me away because trained magicians start with the effect they know is doable, and Yana starts with the effect she'd like to see.
And then after, I say, can you make it happen?
And I can do that. I definitely met Yana at the right moment when I needed to transition, because that was always the biggest roadblock, was creating and performing my own ideas. I feel like I'm even more ready this time. Yana taught me how to create magic for me.
Please welcome Blake and Yana.
Hello, Penn and Teller. Hello.
Allison, would you please help us? Thank you. Hi, nice to meet you. You need a phone, a key with a tassel, and some scissors.
What do you have on you?
I have a phone.
Oh, well, that's convenient, because I brought some scissors and a key with a tassel on it.
Typical magician, okay.
There you go.
Awesome. So the next thing is, I need you to take one object, place it on your head,
One of those objects you're going to hold in your hand.
and one you're gonna hand to Blake.
Okay.
Any order you would like.
All right, I'll hand you the scissors.
Okay? And one on your head. All right, Allison, so you place the key on your head,
Yeah.
and your hand is your phone, and you gave me the scissors.
Yeah.
Because you see, before we came out tonight, we wrote down on a piece of paper what the perfect person would do with this question, and we wrote down they would have the key on their head, and their hand would be the phone, and the scissors would be with me.
Awesome. Now I'm confident to move on with you. So you hand me the scissors and the key, please.
Okay.
And go over to Blake.
Bring your
with
phone over here. What we're gonna do, Allison, is would you please first make sure that your phone is on ringer?
Yes.
Okay, and it's turned all the way up. And go ahead and take it out of its case for me.
All right.
You know, that protective, nice case. Good, great, I'll take that from you. Okay, and what I have over here is an envelope, a replacement case. So I'll take your phone now.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so everybody can see Allison's phone going into the envelope, just like that.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna seal it up in there so you can see it going in. All right, and if you want, Allison, you can actually reach up and feel it.
Yeah.
Is it in there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now what we're gonna do is I actually brought with me some other envelopes. So these envelopes have dummy iPhones in them.
Okay.
So they weigh and feel the same as your phone. So if I were to mix them, we wouldn't be able to tell which one's yours. Give the envelopes one mix so that nobody knows, and then take those envelopes over to Yana.
Please join me.
All right.
Yes, awesome, right here, great. So you can see now we have 4 ropes. They go all the way up to this heavy industrial safes. And under those safes, we have 4 wooden boxes.
Okay.
So what I need you to do now is go over to these boxes and place the envelopes directly on them.
Oh, boy.
Go on.
In any order you want.
Come on over, place one here.
All right.
Yep, place one on each box.
All right.
Okay, so you can be any one you want.
And be conscious, your phone is in there.
You can change your mind if you'd like.
I mean, I changed my mind for walking over.
Awesome, perfect, thank you so much.
All right.
Perfect.
Great.
Good work. So now, what we need you to do is if you look over to your left, there are 4 numbers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Choose one number now.
4.
4.
Number 4.
Here are your scissors. Go and cut it. Really do it. Yes. Okay, let's move on. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Which number would you like?
1.
Number 1?
Cut it.
Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm so sorry.
Quick question.
You're doing great. You're
Allison,
doing
when
great.
was the last time you backed up your phone?
Blake, that are details.
Okay,
It's
all
not
right,
important. Okay, so we have number 2 and number 3. Just think a minute.
I mean, 2. I don't trust you guys. No, that sounded bad.
That one sounded different.
So now you can hand me the scissors in case you don't like the ending of the trick.
So Allison, you dropped 3 safes and we left this envelope unharmed, correct?
Yes.
So
Too
what
quick.
we like to do is we would like to have Penn or Teller call your cell phone in a minute, and if it rings in that envelope, we're gonna be very happy, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I call?
But if they call your phone in a moment and we don't hear anything ringing, that means, Allison, you messed up the trick.
So can someone please call Allison? Oh,
That's my thing.
that's your phone?
Yeah.
But where's that sound coming from?
From up there.
Allison, you stay over there.
Step
I'm gonna
over
bring
here,
this
please.
around.
Now comes my favorite part. I can cut a rope.
Okay, ready.
There we go. Woo!
Got it. Allison, what we need you to do is follow us to the center here. Make sure there's no way in or out of that safe except through that front locked door. Is that correct?
Sure.
Nice.
Okay, we use the scissors and your phone. We still have the master key.
Okay.
Let's see if it fits.
Do you see anything in there?
Yes.
Take it out.
Is it your phone?
Yes.
Can you please show everybody? Awesome, you did great. Thank you.
Hey, Blake and Yana.
Thank you.
Wow. That's really impressive. How did you guys meet?
We met actually backstage at the TV set. And he was walking around showing everybody magic in between, and I was very impressed.
She really liked my magic, but she'd never seen a magician in person
Yes,
before, so that worked to my
never.
advantage.
So you were the magician, and now you're partners.
Yeah, so yeah, we started like that. I started managing him, and then I started helping him with the tricks and writing stories for his tricks. And then it became more and more fun, and now I'm here on stage with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if Penn and Teller figured out how this creation worked.
Awesome.
Penn Teller.
We love you guys. You know, Blake, we've known you for years now. Love your stuff. We usually expect to see you working with little tiny pieces of paper.
Yes.
That's kind of your specialty.
Yes,
And it
sir.
seems like you've outgrown that.
Oh, thank you.
Now you work with full-size cell phones that you can't rip open and slide other little cell phones into and do all that sneaky stuff. There's no peeling involved.
Exactly.
So what I'm doing here is to try to avoid giving away this one. I'm actually giving away old tricks you did. That's what
That's amazing.
Then go back and find out your old stuff and say, oh, he said peeling, didn't he? I guess that's how he did it. But on this one, I got to say, we love this magic. Your magic always elevates us to a whole other level. And I hate to be the conveyor of bad news, but I don't think you fooled us.
I think they're right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So they figured it out.
Of course
but
they did.
That's
you were
great.
very entertaining, and thank you for not destroying my phone.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right.
so much.
Blake and Yana.
Thank you.
You need a quick break? You got it. But don't go far. We've got more compelling conjurers for you when Fool Us returns. Welcome back to the Avengers edition of Fool Us. Looking to right their magical wrongs, here is our next potential fooler.
When people find out that I've been on Fool Us, the first question they always ask is, did you fool them? Tragically, the answer is no, and it hurts. As much as it is an honor just to be invited back, this time I really, really, really need to fool them. So, I've studied every act that's ever been on the show. I've examined my entire magic repertoire. I've even learned how to say the word repertoire. And I'm taking advantage of my experience as a theater performer. I've come up with a hook for my performance that is so bizarre, I think it will distract them, arouse their sympathy, and give me a great shot at fooling them. Penn and Teller, this time, I'm gonna fool you. I hope.
Please welcome back to the Fool Us stage, Robert Ramirez.
The last time I was on the stage, it was 3 years ago. I was young, I was careless, I was excited, and I didn't fool Penn and Teller that night. I was hurt. So, I've been living outside the stage door for the last 3 years, and I talked to every single performer who fooled you, and I studied their moves, I studied their techniques, I studied their methods. That way, I could figure out the secret to fooling you. So, when I'm done with my act tonight, and you ask, did you figure out my trick? I'm gonna tell you the same thing the producers of this show told me when I wanted to come back on this stage. No. Now, you might call me a little bit crazy, but the bottom line is, the only result that I will accept tonight is that I fooled both of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Penn and Teller as they join me on stage. Now, while I've been living outside for 3 years, I discovered that the magic that I needed to fool both of you was at my fingertips with my cell phone. So now, due to legal reasons, I can't say the kind of phone I have, but we'll just call it a fruit phone, and it'll make sense with that. So, I'm gonna fool you by using the calculator of the phone, my lucky number 7, and a little bit of magic. Watch the 7 furthest away from me. The next one. The third one from the center. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how that works, just to give you a little advantage. That's just how you erase a number on this type of phone. Most people don't know that. Teller, you can go ahead and try just, see there's no buttons you have to push. Exactly, everyone at home and in the audience right now is probably checking on their phone as well. It's very easy, there's no buttons you need to push. Now the reason I explain this is because when I do magic for like very little kids or TV personalities, sometimes they don't know what's impossible because they don't know what is possible. So, I have to make this feel impossible again. It's very simple. Now, a second ago, Teller, you wiped your finger across and the number came off fairly easy. And if you try again, it doesn't work this time. Penn, you can do the same. Nothing. Very easily, now that the phone has been magified, If I just take the number, I can now come straight down off the top of the phone. That gets me 1 7 on the phone, but I'm holding a 7 here. So if I toss that up, I can catch the 7 back on the phone. If I flick, the 7 disappears. If I shake, the 7 vanishes. But that's my lucky number. That's what you're probably thinking. Oh, it's his lucky number. He's probably doing it. So let's come up with a number together. Teller, using your fingers, give me about 4 numbers. 1, 4. That's 9, I think. Well, that's weirder. Okay, 2. And Penn, will you just put in 2 or 3 numbers if you'd like? Wonderful. Now, I'm not pushing any buttons on the back of the phone. You'll notice that I'm not going to touch the power button, the volume button, or the home button. You can see the numbers right there on the screen. If I just give the phone a flick, the numbers disappear. I'll grab the very edges of the phone. You'll notice I'm not touching anywhere near the buttons. If I shake, the numbers come back. But it's because I'm moving the phone. It might be blurry for you. So I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to keep very still and put my elbows on the table. And all I'm going to do is blow. Numbers disappear. Once again, you still may be thinking, it's my phone, so there's probably something tricky about it. Penn, can I borrow do you have a fruit phone?
I do. I have one right in my pocket. And would you like the calculator?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. We're going to use your phone. We're going to put in a set of numbers together.
Okay.
So you pick any 4 digits you like.
Okay. 2. 5.
2, 5.
8.
8.
3.
2, 5, 8, 3. Perfect. Teller, do me a favor. Will you hit the clear button on the phone? Wonderful. So you'll notice, Penn, on your phone, it says C. That stands for...
Mine's bigger than yours.
Yours is bigger than mine. I appreciate it. Now you see there's a C on your phone, that stands for clear, and there's an AC on my phone. That stands for all clear. That way there's no number stored on the phone. If I just wave your phone over, you'll see the numbers jump from your phone over to my phone. Yeah. We're gonna do it one more time. But I want you to put the same exact numbers, because I know what you're thinking. I'm holding the phone. So put in 2, 5, 8, 3. And Teller, will you hold your hand out for me? And I'm gonna give you my phone and put it in your hand. Perfect. You can see it says AC. There's 2, 5, 8, 3. If I just pass the phone, it jumps from my phone to your phone with Teller holding it the entire time. That's your phone. Thank you for letting me borrow your phone. I appreciate it. Thank you both so much. Thank you.
Robert Ramirez, everyone! Hi. So what do you do when you're not on our stage?
I am traveling the world doing magic and lecturing and performing, showering, you know, all the normal things one would do.
Yes. So has magic changed since you've been here last?
Yes, a lot. I've been able to create my own products now and release them on different magic websites, and it's been really fun to have people you know, recognize me from the show and enjoyed what I did last time. So I hope people enjoyed what I did this time, too.
All right, let's see if Penn and Teller know how you made your magic.
Okay.
All right, Penn, Teller.
Good to see you again, Robert.
Good to see you, too.
Wondered why you were going to come in from outside the door.
Yeah, you kept closing the door, and I was wondering...
You know, here's one of those tricks that we know enough that people at home might think it's done one way, and it's not. We've seen a lot of people running iPads and phones and so on that are running some sort of essentially a video on there, a program on there. And what's interesting about this is your timing was such that you were not running a video. You were not timing to something. We don't think you were doing any of that. We think you've gone in and found all sorts of not just features, but also bugs and glitches and everything else that people just don't know because they've got other things to do besides monkey with the calculator on their phone for, what, 35 hours? We did see that with all the digital stuff there, we did see a nice digital maneuver. We think that really nice routine, really, really funny. We think you did not fool us this time, but I'll tell you, your cardboard box is still outside the door. Stay there and come back in a year or two. Try again.
Is that true?
Yes.
So...
I just have like the last thing is the only thing my question, because it's like that's not a glitch.
Oh, you're right. Well, it was such a good routine that I was hoping we could take a screenshot of it, but I didn't get a chance to do that. But it was a wonderful routine.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, do they know how you did it?
I'm pretty sure they do.
All right, back to the box. Robert Ramirez. on defending their thrones. They'll take the stage and fool the rest of us after the break. Stay close. Question the ethics of Penn and Teller giving away magic secrets. But for this next trick, it's on you whether you learn it or not. Joined by Adam Ruins Everything host, Adam Conover, here is Penn and Teller.
During the whole break, our buddy Adam Conover's been crawling around these boxes, examining them, and we've offered him the opportunity to ruin our trick. Okay, you're Mr. Skeptic, Mr. Tell us, have you found anything about this? Anything about this that looks fishy at all?
No, obviously, I've checked both boxes. Nothing looks fishy, but, actually, if there was anything fishy about them, you wouldn't let me examine them. So clearly, the trick must be somewhere else, right?
Absolutely. We wouldn't let you near anything we wanted you to bust. So you've examined both of them, though. You ought to be sure of that.
Appear to
Why
be
don't you take a seat next to Allison? Okay. We'll show you a trick with these, okay? Adam Conover. We're going to give all of you a choice in this trick on whether you want to be fooled or not. Toad's going to escape from both of these boxes. He will escape from the plexiglass box. Which is pretty quick and easy. Not much to that. And you can imagine if he just had a screwdriver palmed, he'd be able to get out of this box. You saw this, Adam, that there's screws right here you can take apart and then come right out the side. But what makes this a miracle, what makes this a magic trick, is Taylor's going to escape from both of these boxes at the same time. Now, Adam, you notice that there's these little dimples around the side, about 3/4 inch. That allows the plexi box to fit inside the wooden box, and the two boxes cancel each other out. See, once the plexi box is inside the wooden box, you can't get to the wood or the screws to take it apart there. You can't take it apart because the plexiglass box is in the way, so the screwdriver does you no good at all. Now, Teller can still lift the top off the box until I close this like this, and then the leverage stops him from being able to, smartass, stops him from being able to lift it once I close the hasp. Now, we're going to put locks on these hasps, but we know that you know that locks in magic tricks are always. We can have the keys anywhere we want. We're leaving the keys right in the lock, but Teller can't get to them. Now, as far as we know, the only magician who's ever done a double box escape where they cancel each other out is Houdini, but a lot of magicians do this kind of setup. Magician in a possible position inside boxes, and then they put a screen or a curtain around it, and then time passes. In the old days, a band would play during Houdini's day. Nowadays, usually someone is outside talking, telling jokes, whatever, passing time. Now, Houdini would always wait at least 20 minutes, sometimes 30, 45, even longer, to get out of the box and come out from behind the curtain covered with sweat. Now, Houdini's buddy, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes guy, he believed that how Houdini did this was to dematerialize inside the box and then rematerialize outside of the box. And that's why he was covered with sweat, because that's wicked hard. Now, we said we're going to give you a choice on whether you want to be fooled or not, and we are. Because we are not going to put a curtain around here. We'll not put a screen around here. It'll be in plain sight. Which means if you watch Teller escape, it'll be right out in the open. You'll see how it's done. So if you want to be fooled by this trick, you're going to have to close your eyes for the entire escape. And trust me, if something happens we didn't plan, like if in the middle of the escape a monkey runs out on stage with its ass on fire, I'll let you know. I'll go, hey, everybody, there's a monkey. Never mind the trick. But otherwise, just keep your eyes closed. Now, we call this trick honor system, and it's based on willpower. So if you decide to close your eyes, please stick with it. If you're watching at home, don't record it and then play it back. Make a decision to watch or not to watch right now, and please stick with it. It'll be really good for you. Now, if you decide you want to know how it's done or you already figured out how it's done, just want to see if you're right, then keep your eyes open. But you must respect the people who close their eyes. Don't talk about how it was done. If you can't, shut your damn mouth. Shut your damn eyes. So if you made your decision, Allison, you're going to close your eyes or open them?
I'm going to close them.
Adam, open or close?
My motto is, it's always better to know. I'm going to keep them open. I want to see.
Keep them open. Okay? If you want to be fooled by this trick, close your eyes right now. Houdini would go 20 minutes. Teller's not going to go that long. Keep your eyes closed. Open your eyes now. Teller is out of the box. You'll never know.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
I'll never
Keep your
tell.
mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
After all that magic, we're spent. But we'll recharge and return with even more amazing magic